The background characters would be the same. The only people that would swap out was the couple. So there was the white couple, and then there was the Asian couple, and I was the male Asian of the Asian couple. And then I found out when I was reading the contract that we got paid less, half the amount of the people that were white.
Oh, I'll tell you a really fascinating. It didn't happen to me, but it was a friend of mine. He was in an Advil or a Tylenol commercial.
Okay.
And it was him, and he had the fake wife in the bed and everything. And it's a shot of them waking up in the morning, stretching, and they're out of focus in the background because the bottle of Tylenol or Dayquil or NyQuil or whatever is in the bathroom in focus. But they did that shot, and then they said, okay, let's swap it out. Let's get the French box in. Okay, let's swap it out. Let's get the Spanish box in. Let's get this out. Let's put the Japanese box in. So that you could just tell right away, oh, these are all the markets it's going to play in.
Oh, yeah.
That's good money there, too.
Oh, you know what? I have a fun story that they didn't swap out the product. They swapped out the people. I'm not going to tell you what brand, because just in case. But this was years ago in 2015. I had booked a food commercial, right? Yeah.
I just mimed something. I just guessed it, and I was right, because I think I went out for it too as the Caucasian couple.
Yes.
That's right, because I remember very specifically they were also looking for the Asian market.
Yeah, they looked for an Asian market. So I obviously went out for the Asian market. China and all that. Which you would think, oh, China, ton of money, you'd probably get paid more because you're reaching more people. Anyway, that's one thing. But
it's a per person. Yeah, that's
it's so weird. But yeah, we did the exact same commercial but for different markets, and it was so funny. It was just so comically racial. Because you had the white couple and then you had the Chinese couple, because they thought maybe the Chinese couple couldn't relate to the whiter audience for U.S. markets. So we did the commercial, and literally they would just be like, okay, by the way, every of the characters, of the background characters, would be the same. The only people that would swap out was the couple. So there was the white couple, and then there was the Asian couple, and I was the male Asian of the Asian couple. And then I found out when I was reading the contract that we got paid less, half the amount of the people that were white.
That was going to be played in the North American.
That's right.
Media.
And I was pissed, because I was like, well, either this is a racially motivated thing, or it's something where it's like we're reaching less people or of a certain market in which advertising is a little bit on the lower side, so that's why we're paying you a lesser amount. But it did rub me the wrong way.
I could see how that would feel very insulting.
Yes. Especially since we did the exact same amount of work.
Exact same amount of work. And literally, was it like, they were like, okay, we got the shot with the white couple. Now we're going to leave the camera where it is.
It's the Advil one, but with people. They literally swapped out us as products. Oh, and it made me feel a certain way. I mean, I still got paid, and it was still such an early point, in my career, that, again, we talked about the luxury of being able to say no. I still to this day don't feel like I have that luxury to say no. And it happened to me one time when I was a veggie, not totally vegan at the time, and right now I'm back to veggie, but with an Outback Steakhouse commercial. I had a good friend of mine, that went out for the same thing, and he said no. He said I don't want to do it because he was completely vegan, and I was like, the money is too attractive. and not only was the money attractive, but there was a full thing that you could do. Like, you had the huge onion suit on, and you were actually promoting the onion rings, and that's what made me feel good. Like, we're not promoting the steak aspect of Outback Steakhouse. We were specifically promoting the onion as the side dish, and I was the blooming onion. So then I felt a little better about myself, and then I also felt that not only was this good for me in terms of the comic timing of everything, like getting to do this and getting to improv and that energy that is not always available to you, because it's not what they're looking for in a commercial. Some commercials, you just show up and you do what they say. Some let you play, and that one allowed me to play, and that one, it really spoke to me. Like, I was able to actually do something that I didn't get to do for a lot of commercials up until that point. So I was like, I have to do this, and I can't say no.
Yeah. On the day, performing on the day feels very very different. It feels like there's a lot of like weight on your shoulders because you're trying to be professional. You're trying to do a job because you were hired to do something. You were hired to sell this product, and they need you to, stand on the spot and say the lines directly to camera exactly how they want you. But this one's just for fun. There was Adam Driver had a great line where he says, the military is a lot like acting.
Yeah.
Where, you get your orders, you're supposed to, you go there and you do this, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes you just do one for fun. You do a mission just for fun.
That's true though. I mean, that's sort of that's the basic principles of acting. There are good days and there are bad days, and there are good shoots and bad shoots, but all in all, it's such, you're right, it's such an elitist and such a classist opportunity to be a part of something like this. And we as actors, I want to support all my acting friends. Yeah. I want to, anytime I have influencer friends that have brands that they get, to sponsor, I support them, double tap, comment, all that stuff. And I do that stuff on the side as well, alongside my acting. And it's just, it's rewarding in a lot of different ways. I want to support the community. And I think I finally have come to terms. I used to get jealous. The thing is, you and I, like, we have literally probably gone out for commercials, like maybe not of the same concept or not the same spot exactly, but we're not in a way, we are competitors. You and I, we compete for a lot of things. But I used to get to the point where it's like, oh shit, why did he get that? Or why did this person get it? And now I have to be like, when they book something, it's within me to have to want to congratulate them and go, hey, I'm happy for you that you got this. There's a reason why you got it. I'll get the next one. Exactly. It's like taking Bill.
No, you're absolutely right. I'll get the next one is the right mentality to have. Going back to when I said I think I'm regressing a little bit in my in-person auditions after the credit card callback, I just kept thinking in my head like, oh, I should have said it this way. I should have said it that way. I kept thinking on how I could have done it better. And I haven't done that in years.
Right. Especially with COVID, self-tapes, there is no such thing as I wish I did it, because if you wished you did it, you would have just done it. Yeah.
You have the opportunity right there and then. But I have that esprit d'escalier moment where I'm like, oh, I should have done it this way. God damn it. I effed up again. But it's important to walk away. It's important to walk away, to be comfortable with what you did in the room, because that's all you can do. You've got your one shot. Don't let this opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
I knew you were going to do the Eminem.
I went to school in Windsor, which was just across the river from Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Windsor, great school. City is oof. It is both south of Detroit geographically and financially, probably.
Hey, we both went to schools that I don't know about you, but I didn't particularly like VFS. I thought it was, like, from an educational standpoint, it was just like an in and out. It was a business. It was just like trying to get your money.
It's a bit of a diploma. It's a bit of a graduate machine for sure.
Because after I graduated, I was a production assistant for a year on Smallville, where I was like telling myself, I was like, man, I spent $30,000 to go to this school, film production. I spent a good amount of money, and now I'm shoveling the sidewalk so that Tom, whatever the fuck his name is, doesn't slip and fall. And I just felt to myself, I was like, this is not what I did this for. And that was like almost kind of like the turning point where I was like, I want to do acting, but I got to do something with this, with all the stuff that I learned from film school. I have to do something. And that's what got me into the whole YouTube thing. Was not the intention out of the gate wasn't to get, let's get as many people to watch this as possible. I literally just wanted to do it as a comical exercise. It just so happened that people watched it, and then Sarah reached out. I'm obviously simplifying simplifying the story, but it's great. Like, I have to be very grateful.
This is great. I've never heard the Peter Chao origin story.